In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA Draftkings and Fanduel slate for March 21st. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your March 21st NBA slate on DraftKings and FanDuel. But before I deep dive into this great slate we got going on for Tuesday, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about the Patreon if you want more winning bets. If you want the winning picks for March Madness coming up this weekend as well. We got NBA futures. All that is going to be loaded into this Patreon. Don't forget to click the link down below. Before we get into position by position breakdown, we are going to go over the ins and outs of the slate for Tuesday. All right. So far, we got these guys that are going to be out. Jalen Duren is going to be out. Isaiah Stewart is going to be out. Kyle Kuzma, Devin Vassell, Bogdanovich, Kevin Huerter, Ben Simmons, Jalen Suggs, and Norman Powell. All right, some of the Q tags that are going to be very, very concerning going into this Tuesday slate. DeJounte Murray has a Q tag, Jared Allen, and Devontae Graham. All right, so stay tuned to further news on Twitter, on rotoworld.com/NBA. Any site that you use for your information, stay glued upon that and definitely check in right before tip off so you know where these guys are going to be playing in or out. All right. And then we can pivot off of that. Let's get into these point guards. At the point guard position, we're going to go with Spencer Dinwiddie here of the Brooklyn Nets. The new leader for this team here between him and Mikal Bridges. They have a nice little 1-2 punch here. Spencer Dinwiddie's in a spot going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers that is very prosperous. If we're just going across the numbers, the Cavaliers are struggling against opposing point guards. 26th in points, allowing 29.48. 29th in field goals made, allowing 11.12. 30th in field goal percentage, allowing 47% shooting. 21st in rebounds, allowing 7.64. 30th in assists, allowing 10.8. 29th in steals, allowing 2.34, and 30th in blocks, allowing 1.05. Okay, so this is a good spot for Spencer Dinwiddie going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. A prior matchup, he did not do so well. I believe that was when he was with the Dallas Mavericks. Obviously, he was just acclimated and acquired to the Brooklyn Nets. It's going to be a different situation here. I expect a 30 plus, more in that 40 range here for paying $8,500 for Spencer Dinwiddie. I have full confidence in him in this game, as this is the number one spot here for opposing point guards. All right, so Dinwiddie is going to be the first guy we're going to talk about for the point guards. The other side is going to be the next best spot here in Donovan Mitchell. Okay, our second point guard will be in the same game here. So this is the leader of the Cleveland Cavaliers here. He's been struggling as of late. We want more of what we saw against Miami, where he had 55 fantasy points, 63 against Boston, 57 against Boston, 59 against Toronto. In these big games, Donovan Mitchell can definitely step up. I expect him to have a bounce back performance here against these Brooklyn Nets. If we're looking at the splits, it's only been one game and he shot poorly in that one. So that's the only reason why he only has 31 fantasy points. If he knocked at least 47, close to 50% of his shots there, we're looking at pretty much a 50 bomb in that game. So we're going to go back to the well. We expect Donovan Mitchell to get cooking in this game. So I like him at $8,800 in salary. Let's go on to the shooting guards. For the shooting guard position, we're going to go with this particular spot here, and we're going to trust rookie shooting guard Jaden Ivey in this spot at $6,000, 700. We can go here against the Atlanta Hawks, okay? Atlanta Hawks, against opposing shooting guards, they have struggled. They're 30th in points, allowing 34 points a game, 30th in field goals made, allowing 12.07, 30th in field goal percentage, allowing 45.8, 30th in free throw attempts, allowing 6.99, 30th in rebounds, allowing 9.82, 30th in assists, 30th in steals, 30th in blocks. Okay, across the board, this is the best matchup for opposing shooting guards. So we're going to trust the process, go with the numbers and the analytics, and go with Jaden Ivey here, all right? Yes, he is very, very up and down, but if we're getting a big performance out of him, it could be a huge day. He had 52 fantasy points against Washington, 41 against Portland, 36 against Orlando, 39 against the San Antonio Spurs. So the upside is there, and I want to attack this spot here going up against the Atlanta Hawks, which should be a high-scoring affair. No Bogdanovich, no Jalen Duren, no Isaiah Stewart. They're going to rely and need to rely on Jaden Ivey in this spot for him to be a leader, to step up, to facilitate the basketball as well. And we're going to have a nice price here at $6,700, all right? The next shooting guard we're going to go to will be Paul George, okay? We're going to pay up just a little bit for him here at $9,300 in salary. We save salary with Jaden Ivey, so we have no problem going here to Paul George against the OKC Thunder. Paul George has been pretty hot as of late against Portland, 29 real points. The game prior, he had 30 real points, so he's been scoring really well. We need some of the peripherals to come through here, and against the Thunder, I think that he should have no problem here at $9,300 in salary. All right, let's move on to the small forwards. For the small forwards, we're going with Keldon Johnson here for the San Antonio Spurs. I like him a lot in this spot. $7,400 in salary. Recently coming back from injury. Playing a little more consistent now, finally. And he's been hot as of late, all right? Now going up against the Pelicans, who struggle against opposing small forwards. They're 30th in points, allowing 26.45. 30th in field goals made, allowing 9.57. 25th in field goal percentage, allowing 46%, 26th in three-point percentage, allowing 38% from that three-point line, 30th in free throw attempts at 5.57, 23rd in rebounds, allowing 9.54, and 30th in steals, allowing 2.06. So we can get a whole complimentary game here from Keldon Johnson. He's not shy at knocking down that three, where the Pelicans struggle from as well. So this can be a big game here. He had 54 against Atlanta, 40 against Dallas, 46 against Denver. So we're going to see another prime performance here from Keldon Johnson. And do not be shy with his salary increasing, because this is pretty much the star of the San Antonio Spurs here. I like Keldon Johnson at this price at $7,400. All right. The next small forward we're going to look at will be in this game as well. So this is two times here. We're staying in the same game at the same position. Brandon Ingram for the Pelicans here. That's where we're going to go towards. In a previous matchup against the Spurs, he had 35 fantasy points in that one. Was a little bit less aggressive in this one. Was it foul trouble? No, not really. He's usually scoring over 20 points, but this is a good spot here. This is top 10 matchup against opposing small forwards here. I expect him to do better, especially since he's been shooting very well. Seeing the ball go through the hoop, and he's shooting, taking so many attempts game after game, 24 and 20 in the last past two games. I expect that to be very similar here. And if he's going to knock down the jump shot at that 45 to 50% clip, then we're looking at something that's going to be very special here. 40 plus fantasy points should be in his future at $8,600 in salary. I like Brandon Ingram. Let's go on to the power forwards. At the power forward position, we're going to go with our buddy here in Cam Johnson for the Brooklyn Nets here. This man is a very sharp shooter. It was a solid acquisition. Him, Mikal Bridges have come together and provide a decent punch to this offense here of the Brooklyn Nets. And if he's on fire, okay, which he can be, then we're looking at a big time game at a very cheap price at $6,400 in salary. If he goes off similar to what he did against OKC, where he had 41 fantasy points, then you're looking at definitely someone that can 7, 8, possibly 10x at this price, okay? He had 40 against the Knicks, 32 against Boston, 36 against Milwaukee, 39 against Atlanta. So if he gets things going, which he should, because if we're looking across the board at these stats, the Cleveland Cavaliers struggle against opposing power forwards. They're 26th in points, allowing 21 real points per game, 27th in field goals made, allowing 8.26, 25th in assists, 29th in steals, and 30th in blocks. So if he's knocking down the shot and we're looking at peripherals as well, then a 40 bomb should be in the future of Cam Johnson at $6,400 in salary. So I like him there. And then the next power forward we're going to go towards will be John Collins here against the Detroit Pistons. All right, I just spoke about how they're going to be missing a lot of their bigs. No Jalen Duren, no Isaiah Stewart. Down low, this is a spot where he can definitely take advantage. He's already averaging over his fantasy points per game average this season going up against the Detroit Pistons anyway. He's averaging 33 when he, so far during this season, he's averaging 26.4. So I expect a big double-double here from John Collins, which he's already averaging 10 points, 11 rebounds. John Collins is in a smash spot here at $5,400 in salary, even cheaper than Cam Johnson, and we can get a bonus here with the double-double with John Collins. So this is a smart play here. Definitely to be one of your glue guys and you spin up at some other spots. Let's go on to the centers. For the center position, we're going to start off with James Wiseman, acquisition from the Golden State Warriors. The Detroit Pistons are cashing in on this young man here, finally getting minutes, and he is putting up solid production, okay? Against the Pacers, 43.5. Against Miami, 39.75. I told you, you got to watch out for these bigs against Miami. That's one of their weak spots, and I continue to see this. It continues to pop up over and over again here, and James Wiseman came through at $6,500 in salary with pretty much a 40 bomb in that game. A very nice double-double from him, all right? So definitely pay attention to those matchups against the Miami Heat. So now in this spot going against the Atlanta Hawks, like I said, no Isaiah Stewart, no Jalen Duren. There's forced minutes upon James Wiseman to show up, and he's going to show out. And in this matchup against Atlanta, they struggle against opposing centers. 30th in points, allowing 20.46. 30th in field goals made, allowing 7.67. 30th in free throw attempts, allowing 5.85. 29th in rebounds, allowing 12.57. That's going to be huge. 26th in assists, allowing 3.42, and 28th in blocks, allowing 2.30. Okay, so James Wiseman at this price of $6,400 is in a spot where he has to show up here with no other bigs behind him. All right, so I like James Wiseman there. And in our second center will be Wendell Carter Jr., okay? Coming back from injury. He's the guy that's pretty much the glue veteran here of the Orlando Magic, and he's been pretty solid as of late. 47 against Miami. Yet again, I told you, bigs against Miami go towards that well, all right? 57 against the Clippers. So he's been playing solid as of late. He has 4 double-doubles in the last 5 games as well. Now we're talking about the Washington Wizards, up and down environment, tons of opportunities for rebounds, tons of opportunities for points as well. So Wendell Carter Jr. at $6,900 in salary is going to be a smash play. Let's go on to the values on FanDuel. On FanDuel, here are our value plays. The first one we're going to go towards will be Cole Anthony here. The son of Greg Anthony. He's been pretty solid coming off the bench, providing a spark to the Orlando Magic team here. I like him with some upside. He's been scoring very consistently over double-digit real points. He's been chipping in a solid amount of rebounds and assists. 30-point games in back-to-back performances at $6,200 in salary. Definitely someone we can go towards at that point guard position, save some salary, and then spend up at the other guard positions. All right. Malik Monk at $6,000 in salary is someone that we can look towards, especially if Kevin Huerter is out. All right. Kevin Huerter is out in the Monday game. We'll see if he's going to play in the game on Tuesday. But if he's going to sit, Malik Monk is going to get an increased usage. This is one of their 6 men. High scoring upside here for Malik Monk. 32 fantasy points against the Wizards, 31 against Chicago, 37 against Phoenix, and 34 against New York. So you see the production there. He's knocking down threes. He's chipping in with assists as well. So Malik Monk can get hot at any moment. Love him as a shooting guard there, right? Malachi Branham is someone we're going to go towards because Devin Vassell is going to be out. He's been getting the start as of late. He's played pretty solidly against Memphis and Dallas. Struggled against Atlanta, didn't shoot the ball well, but I expect him to bounce back because we see some upside here. If he's knocking down the shots, he scored 18 against Memphis, 20 against Dallas. So you see the upside there at this very nice price here at $5,000, $200 in salary. Malachi Branham is going to be lower owned and has some potential to cash in for you. All right. And then last but not least, Corey Kispert with Kyle Kuzma out. This is going to be one of their 3-point shooters. One of the guys that's going to stretch the court pretty much between him, Beal, and Kristaps Porzingis. He had a very solid game against Detroit where he scored 16 real points. He had a very good game against Philadelphia where he scored 25 real points. He's mainly a shooter here. If we can get some more rebounds and some assists, we can see a big blow-up spot for Corey Kispert. But the benefit here is that he has $4,800 in salary, and he's going to see 30-plus minutes. So if we get those two things together, I'm going to take a shot at him at this very, very cheap price. So Corey Kispert is going to be one of our cheaper value plays of the Tuesday slate. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget about the Instagram and Twitter at MetchNetsJetsD. And I'll be back with another video very soon. All right. Peace out, guys.